In this video, I'm going to look at a study tip called structuring your day. And I think that if you've just got massive open blank spaces for the day with no structure, you end up getting so much less done. And so you just wake up at about 9 o'clock and roll out of bed, and it takes you half an hour to make the simplest of breakfasts, and you think, I might as well start the day checking messages, and before you know it's 10:30. It's probably good to start studying. You dive into a little bit of studying, but some messages come through while you're going, and so you check those out, and you work a bit more, but you get a bit hungry, you get a bit bored, go for a swim, and you work a little bit more, and you're starting to feel a bit tired, so might as well go have a little nap. And it's the afternoon by now, so I should be seeing my friends. And before you know it, you've done barely any work, and importantly, you haven't mimicked exam conditions at all, which you can see in one of my other videos. And so what I would recommend is, and I loved doing this back in the day in school and varsity, when you in the exam season or a weekend, and you in essence almost feel like you got too much time, you just set yourself a schedule. So let's just say it's a Thursday, you've got no exams today, and you decide, I'm going to wake up at 7:30 and do a little bit of a breakfast routine and getting ready. And so 8 o'clock is the first session, and then you say, I'm going to study probability. And all I'm going to do for this session from 8 to 9 is I'm just going to watch videos on this channel to do with probability and take the odd note. That's all that I'm going to do. After that, I'm just going to take a break from 9 to 9:15, and you can check messages, you can play with the dog, you can nibble, just guilt-free. You can chill out for a bit, and then you actually, like I'm doing now, you write down 9:15 to 10:15 I'm going to hit another session, and for this session I'm going to do past papers on probability. And so based on what I've watched, I'm going to do this, and again I'm just going to take a short break, kind of like you do at school, and I'm not going to do the entire day, but your next session, you're doing a combo of watching any videos you didn't finish watching and practicing any papers that you didn't finish watching. And so you go, and at some stage there'll be a nice chunky break for lunch, and again, checking messages, whatever you want to do. You dive into a similar kind of setup through the afternoon. Maybe it's just math that you're doing and you're tackling different sections. Maybe you put in other subjects just to mix it up. Come 5 o'clock, you want to take a total break and you do some sport. You come back from sport and you have some supper, and then you say, I'm going to wrap up the day 7:30, and I would have broken this into two sessions, but 7:30 till 9, 2 sessions worth, just doing, again, maybe watching some more videos in another section and doing a few more papers. When you get to the end of the day, you realize two things. A, you've got through a lot of hours worth of effort and work, so you feel good about that and you have ticked off boxes. And then secondly, you've also just broken up your day, and so people who lock themselves in a room from 8 to 12, or worst case from 9 o'clock at night till midnight, the night before an exam, to try to get through as much as they can, I think your brain stops absorbing things after a while, or at least as well. And so by breaking it up with all these other things, your body's getting used to just those little dopamine hits from these gaps that end up acting as rewards, whatever you've chosen to do in those reward sessions. And B, you feel fresh for the next session. And so if it was me, and especially matrics as you get to finals where you've got days worth of nothing, it is so easy to just waste hours and hours, and sometimes even days, with not much. And sitting in a room, so your parents, if they walk past, they'll say, oh, Camilla's doing so well sitting in the room, leaning over her books, doing maths, but it's just not productive. And so keep yourself productive by structuring your day. If you find this video helpful, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends. Thanks.